Buenos dias or buenas tardes, depending on when you're watching this video. So today we are taking some notes on the personal A and the superlative. So you should be on the side that says the personal A. So I'm just gonna write in my information here. So the personal A, this is more of a for your information only type notes. It helps make sense of what we learned yesterday with conocer. We said that we use the personal A when we're talking about a person. So this goes into further detail regarding that. Okay, so we did not touch on direct objects last year. However, we're going to talk about it today. This is something you should have covered in your English class at some point. If it sounds like you don't remember something that you don't remember, we're going to go ahead and refresh you today. So the direct object of a sentence tells who or what receives the action of the verb. So this is the thing that's what we're directly talking about, the thing that gets the action. So here in our examples, we have compré un anillo. So un anillo is our direct object. So in English, I bought a ring. So the ring or a ring, is the direct object. It receives the action of buying. So receives action of buying. In the second example, vi una obra de teatro. I saw a play. So a play is our direct object. Ring and a play. Okay, so when the direct object is a person, so when it's a person, a group of people, or a pet, we use a in front of the direct object. So in front. The use of the personal A has no equivalent in English, and it is not translated. So it has no equivalent and is not translated. So here in our examples, we have vi un video. Video or video is a thing, so we don't have an A in front of it. So we put no, it's a thing. But in our second example, we have vi a, we have the A, mi abuela. I saw my grandmother. Your grandmother is a person. And then here in the last example, vi a mi perro Leon. I saw my dog Leon. Your dog Leon is a pet. That's why we have the A here for person and pet. All right, so we're going to move on to section A. So we're going to underline the direct object in each sentence. So in number 1, vi un video. Vi means I saw. So that is our action. So vi, I saw. Un video. Un video is our direct object. It is receiving the action of being seen. Number 2, escribo una carta. Escribo. So escribir means to write. Escribo with the O ending. This is present tense. So I write a letter. Una carta. Una carta is our direct object. Number 3, visitaron a. So there's the a. So we have a person, a group of people, or a pet. Su familia. Su familia, if you remember, which you should, familia means family, so it's a group of people. Number 4, comimos una pizza. Pizza translates to pizza in English, so it is the direct object of what is being eaten. Number 5, compraste una corbata. So we know we know that comprar means to buy. However, if we don't remember that, we know that this is a indefinite article, una. So this is followed by the noun. So this is the object. Una corbata means a tie. You bought a tie. All right, and the last one here. Buscamos a, so we have a, nuestro perro. So we look for our dog. So nuestro perro, our dog. All right, so moving on to section B. So when we circled the letter A here, these indicated that these were about people or pets. So for section B, all we're doing is writing a P next to those that refer to people or pets. So we've already established that. So we're going to write a P on 3 because we have su familia, and 6 is P because we're talking about our dog. Section C. So this part here, we were going to circle the personal A in each of these sentences, which we've already done, so we can move on to section D. All right, so section D, we're going to read the sentence, and if it requires a personal A, we're going to circle it, what's in the parentheses here. If it does not require the personal A, we're going to cross it out. All right, so number 1, compramos blank un traje de baño y unos anteojos de sol. If we don't know what traje de baño or anteojos de sol mean, we're going to determine whether we know if it's a group of people. We do know amigos means friends, so that's a group of people. Familia is family. Ellos is they. If we say cousins, sisters, we know that those are people. We are familiar with those words. If it's not, we know perro means dog, gato means cat, and we know that the first letter in a name is capitalized. These do not fall in any of those categories. These are objects. So, traje de baño means bathing suit, and anteojos de sol means sunglasses. So in this case, the direct object is a thing. So we're going to mark out A. Number 2, yo vi blank un monumento grande en el Parque Nacional. This is a cognate. Monument means monumento. Grande we know means big. So I saw a big monument in the national park. So this is also a thing. So it does not require A. So monumento means monument. Number 3, escribimos muchas tarjetas. Nuestros primos. Primos means cousins. So cousins is a group of people. Therefore, we circle the letter A. 4, visité a mi familia durante las vacaciones. So we do use the A because familia means family. Number 5, lavaron a su perro Fifi. Perro means dog. Fifi is the name of the dog, so therefore it is a pet. 6, buscamos blank una tienda de ropa buena. Tienda means store, so it's a place. Does not fall in the category of people or pets, so we mark out the A. 7. Compré un boleto de avión ayer. So, un boleto de avión, not a name, not capitalized. It's not anything that we're familiar with as far as family members. It is not dog or cat. It is not any other pet. So it is an object. I'm sorry, we'll write thing because it's the direct object. Boleto de avión means plane ticket. Number 8, busqué a mi hermano menor en el parque de atracciones. Hermano menor, we know hermano means brother. Menor, then if we want to further determine menor or mayor, menor is that younger or older. In this case, it is younger brother. All right, so moving on to the back, the superlative. So the superlative, so here to say someone or something is the most or the least, we use the following sentence formula. So él, la, los, or las. So we use a definite article. We choose one of these. Oops. Actually, not quite yet. El and la are masculine. La and las are feminine. So we select a definite article. So definite article, definite article mean the. Then we select our noun. Oops, I had the highlighter. We select our noun in Spanish. Then we select más, which means most. Menos, in this case, meaning least, plus the adjective. So you should have 4 parts to this part of your sentence. So we have the definite article, the noun, most or least, más or menos, and then the adjective in Spanish. So in our example, es el libro más interesante de la biblioteca. So it is the most interesting book in the library. All right, so if you want to say someone or something is the best or the worst, we would use the following sentence form. So again, we use our definite articles. So we have el and los, masculine, singular, and plural. La and las. So this is your first selection that you use here, depending on the noun. Then we use mejores, which means best. We have es in parentheses because it has to match a number. And peores, which means worst. Same thing in parentheses, has to match a number. Plus the noun in Spanish. So for this part, you have 3 parts. You have your definite article. You have mejores or peores, mejor or peor, then plus the noun. So in our example here, es el peor libro de la biblioteca. It is the worst book of the library. All right, so moving on, we're going to put this into practice. So here we have 8 superlative expressions. So we're going to write a plus or a minus to the ones that give to the ones that give the idea of most or best, minus if it is least or worst. So for number 1, la lámpara más grande. Más is going to be meaning most, therefore it is positive. Number 2, La mesita más fea. Más is positive. Number 3, el peor video. Peor means worst, so therefore we are going to use the minus sign. Let me change my color here to orange to help match. All right. Number 4, las mejores cortinas. This will be plus. 5, el espejo menos feo. This is going to be minus. El alfombra menos bonita, minus. And 7, los peores cuadros, minus. So menos, peores. Number 8, los mejores despertadores. So this is going to be positive. All right. Section B, look at each sentence and see whether it is marked with with a positive or minus. We're going to write in más if it is positive, menos if there is a negative. So más o menos we use with adjectives. So everything here is followed by an adjective. So here we have, mi tío es la persona blank simpática de la familia. So this is positive, so therefore we use más. Number 2, la cama es la blank grande de todas. This is negative, so therefore we use menos. Number 3, marzo es el mes, and we have positive, so we're going to add menos bonito del año. And number 4, Sandra es la persona. We have a positive, so we're going to write más divertida de la familia. All right, so last section. So choose the correct superlative to complete each sentence. So we're going to circle the one that makes the most sense depending on what is said in the sentences. So for number 1, me gusta mucho nadar y montar en bicicleta. So most of you, if not all of you, should know what me gusta means. Me gusta means I like. Oops. Mucho, a lot. Nadar, to swim. And, because E is in, montar en bicicleta, ride a bike. Para mí, julio. Julio is a mes. Mes is month. Año is year. Julio is the month of July. So if I like to swim and ride a bike, July would be the best or the worst month of the year. Your answer should be best, mejor. Number 2, todos mis primos son inteligentes, pero Alberto es el más inteligente de todos. And we choose más because he's estudioso and trabajador. Number 3, me gusta mucho esquiar. You should remember esquiar means to ski. So para mí, Julio, remember we said Julio is July. So therefore, July would be the worst month, peor mes del año to ski. Number 4, no me gustan los libros aburridos. Tu libro es el blank aburrido de todos. Es bastante interesante. Bastante means it is very interesting. So if your book is very interesting and I don't like boring books, your book is going to be the least boring out of all of them. Tu libro es el menos aburrido de todos. Number 5, mis abuelos son muy divertidos. Divertidos means fun. Son las personas blank fun, divertidas de la familia. So if they're fun, would they be the most or the least fun? You should have selected más, the most. All right, and number 6, no me gusta esta cama. Es la cama blank grande de la casa. No me gusta. Me gusta means I like. No me gusta means I don't like. So I don't like this bed. This bed, the bed is the blank. Grande means big. So if I don't like it, would it be the most big or the least big? So the biggest bed or the smallest bed? If I don't like it, it's most likely going to be the smallest bed, menos. All right, so this is going to go glued into your journal on page 28. I don't have an assignment in Schoology for you. You should use this time to work on something for another class. Otherwise, you should be reviewing your notes and start getting ready for your 9 weeks test. Your 9 weeks test will be next Wednesday, October the 11th. So make sure you're studying. I will upload a Quizlet later today for you to use to study. It is not going to be extra credit points. But remember, there are no corrections on the 9 weeks test, so you do need to be studying. Make sure you have the pages that we've covered so far glued into your journal. So for sure you should have pages 22 through 28. I will also upload those into Schoology as well, so you can make sure that you're on track. If you haven't turned in your chem chart, today's the last day to turn it in. So make sure you get that turned in. Otherwise, you will have to come to after school tutorials to make it up. Other than that, y'all have a wonderful day.